much younger, and they call me OG. So you can call me OG if you like. Uh, Let me give you some important information so you can write it down, and then you can call. Call area code 662-837-9088. And if you'd like to reply comments to the physical address is 112 East Jefferson Street, Ripley, Mississippi 38663. The email is rctv19@gmail.com. Today is going to be a very unusual program. I tried to get some people to come and talk about this topic, but I couldn't get anybody, so I did as much research as I could, and I hope this is a blessing to you. This program is considered a hot topic. People don't like to talk about it until it happens, and the topic is death. What happens to the soul of a person? Now, the Bible says that when we die, well, let me rephrase that. The Bible says that there's life in the blood. There's power in the blood, and so it's important to know the embalming part of someone is required by law to have the body embalmed to keep from any what would you call it? Any things that would seep out of the body and get another person sick. And of course, with me, nobody's going to get sick over me. They're just glad to get rid of me. So anyway, we have I want to tell you that I've written it down now. Whether they find it once I die is going to be another story. In my house is so messed up, especially my bedroom is junky, and that I'm normally not that kind of a person that lives in junk. I have written down several things, and I don't know if they'll be able to follow it or not, but I know where I'll be buried. I don't know who's going to preach, because I just haven't settled on anybody yet. So please forgive me for this. But the core of the program is what happens. I did some background information and heard testimonies of people who died, who floated above their bodies as the doctors and nurses in the operating room tried to revive them. And another thing that you could do is go to your local Christian bookstore and ask for 44 hours in heaven. the guy tells about his, and it was a fascinating book to me. I just think that everybody should be prepared for whatever is inevitable to happen. But there's certain things that happens in the spirit world that we have no idea what the outcome is going to be, and so the part that I want to share with you is that some of these people have in detail said what it was like to be in heaven. And it's a glorious place, glorious. We just came through a very traumatic winter storm here in Ripley, and the power was out for many days, and I want to give a hands out or kudos to the Red Cross and to all the volunteers who brought food to the people who did not have power to cook. And so it was a blessing in disguise that the Red Cross came and helped.
Sorry about the door, son. How you been? Making it all right. He said he's got my $10.99 up here.
It's in the drawer.
And up here. Okay. Do you have all kind of storm damage going on? No?
Yeah.
Yeah? I was going to say, I feel like we all did.
But anyway,
I have a whole hillside full of stuff going on.
they did a fabulous job of getting food out to the people to keep them from going hungry. And so anyway, we have a wonderful group of people that was helping out, carrying food in their vehicles to people who couldn't get out. And the roads weren't that bad in certain places, but other places it was terrible. And I just want to thank everybody for being safe and not having a wild notion to get out and tear up the roads because it was snowy, and the insurance people, I'm sure, will appreciate the respect that is deserved on the road for all that happens. So anyway, I remember reading a story one time of this guy that died, and he reached up and plucked an apple, and he ate it, and he said, "Now what do I do with the remains?" And the angel that was with him says, "Throw it on the ground." And he said, that's littering, that's trash. And he says, "Just watch what happens." So he threw it on the ground, and the apple just sank into the ground, and it's an awesome thing. But you have to understand that when before you breathe your last breath and you close your eyes the last time, you need to make sure that you are ready to meet the Maker. You need to be ready to meet God, because you won't get any other chance here on this earth. And that's what counts is what you do here on earth to get the ability to stay in heaven. I've got some problems in my life that I've been fighting with and trying to get over and asking God to help me. And one day I had a dream that I dreamed that it was a traumatic experience that I will, and it helped me. It really helped me. God gave me a vision that superseded any expectation, and it was this. It was I was Christ in my dream or the vision. He laid down and I had the hammer, and I was ready to strike the nail. And he said, "You're really going to do this again to me?" And it just broke me. And that helped me get over the problems that I had facing me with the ability. Tony? Tony? Need to pause this. I've lost my train of thought, which is not hard to do. We're going to go to a commercial break. And the people in Ripley are very nice. It's a great place to live. And it may not have a whole lot of big city life, but it's close enough to be a bedroom city. And I think that anybody that's looking for a good place to live and be able to work and be a part of the community needs to give Ripley a good looking over. I never knew of the city until I was dating someone, and she lived here. That's what brought me here to Ripley. My wife loves ice cream, and she likes to go to Burger King to get the ice cream cone. And I said, I want to not drink. She said, okay. And she started counting her loose change, and she said, how much was it? And I said, it was like $3 or something. And she said, I don't have that much money. I said, well, maybe I can get it on my good looks. And so I drove up to the window, and I said, I don't have enough funds for the both items that I ordered. I'll pay for the ice cream, but I don't have the money for the Diet Coke. And the guy said he took the Diet Coke back, and he set it on the counter. And he said, as I was fixing to drive off, he said, here, take this. And he gave me the Diet Coke. And I went home and I said, thank you to my wife. I said, thank you for buying the Coke. She said, I didn't get that Coke. You got it on your good looks. And I said, good looks? I said, she said, well, that's what you said. I said, I know what I said, but I can't believe that somebody would actually have the courtesy to hand me a drink without charge. So anyway, we took and the city was paralyzed for a couple of days with the snow and the melting and ice. It was coming down off our roof, and our roof does not have gutters, and the lay of the land is a slope where the water has dripped off over the years, and I took a screwdriver and a hammer and tried to chisel it out, and it was just, if it wasn't for my wife's daughter, I'm married twice, but she came and she says, y'all need to get yourself in my van, in my vehicle. I'm carrying you to my house. Y'all can't stay here tonight because it's going to get too cold. And actually, it was brutally cold. I had to put 2 pairs of socks on, and I was still shaking in my boots. So anyway, the people just extended their helping hand out, and it was something that I hope I never have to go through again. It's turned out to be pretty up here in the upper state of Mississippi, near Tennessee, but it's really a great city to live in, and of course every city's got its problems, but I don't know of any problems that I've encountered to have misgivings of saying it's a great city. Now the politicians, I don't trust them. They'll just say whatever they want to say to get you out of their face. So anyway, there's some background noise that gets my attention, so that I lose track, wondering if you're hearing the conversation that's in another room. But anyway, we've got some great people that reach out and help people, and so therefore it's a wonderful place to live and grow up. And the crime rate, I don't know what the crime rate is, but in where I live, I was told that there was drug dealers that lived in the apartments that I lived in, and nothing has ever come close to being stolen. And so it's a place that you feel safe, you feel honored, and you feel appreciated, because people are just so open. When tornadoes come through down lower Mississippi, we have this ministry called and a friend of mine is got it. He goes to Walmart, and we set up, and people come out and donate water and canned goods and can openers and things of that nature, and they take it to the places that are hit, devastated, and people just, out of the abundance of their hearts, just open up. I mean, just open up. I cannot believe the generosity of the people here in Ripley, and we were truly blessed to have people in our neighborhoods that are like that. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back. I said we'll be right back. I didn't dream it was going to be this long to go to a commercial break. So anyway, we have some good churches here, and people that attend them really believe in what they are taught, and there's nothing that can be said about the people who have, let's see if I can find it in my phone. There was something I was going to say. Well, I'm trying to use my phone here. I am so technically stupid, it's unbelievable. I know how to use it, but I just don't use it enough to feel very confident. Let's see if I can find my notes. Boy, this is a flop. I thought I was prepared, but apparently I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. I knew what I wanted to say at the beginning and at the end, but the middle part of it just did not have a solid footing to talk about. And so anyway, we got some great people here in this community, and they love and give sacrificially to help anybody that needs help. As long as you need help, there's a thing of not having if you're a bum or if you're lazy, don't expect free gratis handout forever. They'll soon find you out. And so anyway, getting back on the subject of death, I want to take and share with you something that I would like to see happen, and it may never happen, but it's a lofty goal. Is when they wheel my body in the casket in the church that I attend, which is Trinity Assembly of God. They will put my casket in the front of the stand where the preacher preaches the word, and they will, my casket will be closed, I guess, but there will be an American flag covering because I'm a veteran. And anyway, they said when they get the process going, I don't want my eyes glued. I don't want my mouth glued shut. I want to be as natural as possible without being embalmed, because I want to keep the blood in the body, because that's where the power is. And when they get to a certain point, I want to raise up, and I want to get on one of my elbows and say, "Why is everybody so sad around here?" And somebody needs to call 911 and get these people that have just fallen out for no reason at all, just because I was dead, but now I'm alive. I need to I hope that the funeral service will allow that to happen. It's crazy how you think. Well, what will my life be like? Well, when you can't, when you're are passed away, you pass away, you just have no more communication with the outside world. Your soul will be in heaven or in hell, according to what the scripture says. And a person that was at a church that I attended once, I called and said something to the lady that I was wanting to speak with, and she said, my brother-in-law passed away this morning, and so we're in a state of mourning right now. And I apologize. I said, "What was he a Christian?" She said he was a good man. Well, at the service, the casket was open, and there was a can of alcoholic beer in one hand, and he was in overalls, and he had a pack of cigarettes in his overalls, in his bib, right there in the middle, and it wasn't a very good representation of what a good person is. A good person in a community where people know each other, know him who he was, and that maybe he was that kind of a person that drank and smoked and didn't take care of his body like he should have. But there's things that we don't ever think about, the longevity of it. So I need to take we need to go to another commercial break. Please remember to text 837-9800. I think that's what it says here on my paper. No, 9088. And if you want to write, it's the U.S. Post Office. Address is 112 East Jefferson Street. rctv19@gmail.com. And I will greatly appreciate all the people who write and say that they appreciate or they didn't appreciate the program. I was talking to my son. He's got cerebral palsy, and the doctor said when he was born, if he lived, he'd be a little bit better than a vegetable. Well, he's 47, and he lives in a group home, and I said, I'll send you a link to the program so your friends can see what such an ugly father you got. And he said, Dad, they won't say that. And I said, they may not say it, but they'll think it. So from this point on, I'm going to close it out and say I appreciate everyone that watches, and if you got any suggestions, write them, and I will research it, and we will try our best to bring your request to fruition. I think that's the right word. I don't have the education. I just have the grace of God. That's all I've got, and that's all I ever needed. And God's been so good to me, and so we'll take and end this right now. So we're still working on getting some things taken care of. But anyway, just come into Ripley, and the town square. That's where the television station is, and you'll see it says RCTV 19, and it's on the south end of the court square, and like I said, it's a beautiful place. People that live here love it. It's not perfect. There's no place that's perfect, but we have a great group of people that live here and do things for each other. So God bless you, and I guess we'll be going to another commercial break. And I will see you the next time.